friendos. It is summer scare readathon time. I don't know why I flipped my hair, but it sounded like a fun thing to do in my head. It's very bright in here. I've been filming. Light! Yay! Our friend Mars is with us today. Say hi to our friend Mars.
Hello.
Let us know what you've been reading today and what you plan to read tonight. Or if you're doing something else, tell us what you're doing that's else. Mars, how are you doing? What are your plans?
I have already finished my first book for the Readathon. I read Blue Exorcist Volume 1 for the under 200 pages prompt, and I was like, great, a manga, get that done right away, get an easy win, because I did not double up on any of the prompts this year. So I have quite the task ahead of me for reading. And then tonight, I will be reading The Haunting of Rookwood House by Darcy Coates for structure on the cover.
Because it's a haunted house book.
Mm-hmm.
It is a prerequisite. Everybody gets extra love from me if their structure on the cover book is a haunted house book. Mine will also be a haunted house book, but not today. I am currently reading Practical Magic, which is actually not on my Summer Scare TBR, but it is on my Full Moon Readathon TBR, which started yesterday. Mm-hmm. And it's the only book I have for the two readathons that's not a crossover for both. So I started it yesterday and I'm at like 82%. So I have about an hour of the audiobook left.
Okay.
So I knew that I was going to have to finish that one today. And then I can start into all the ones that are crossover for both readathons because they both are at the same time, other than it started a day early. That's a lie. There's another one that's also not on Summer Scare, but it's one I have to read physically. So it'll happen over the weekend, I'm sure. It's also a hockey romance. So not really in the vibe, but
yeah, maybe not.
Maybe I'll need a break from spooky sometime during the week.
Couldn't be me.
Probably not me either, but it sounded good.
Hello. How lovely to see you.
Mars says hello to you. You can see Mars.
She's like, I do not care.
No, don't see Mars. It's a lie. Light. But we are going to do at least 2 1-hour sprints, and then we're going to see how we feel about doing more. The first sprint, I will be filming a video because I have this last haul that I need to film, and then once that is done, I don't have to film anything for like 3 weeks, so I can just focus on reading for the rest of the week once this video is filmed. So, and I've already got the lights on. I've already been filming today. I say as if I've been home for longer than an hour and a half, and I haven't. But lights is on, camera's out. Filmed the last video that I need to film, and then we'll finish. I will be finishing Practical Magic tonight, and then I don't know what I'm gonna do after that, but I'll pick another book, probably one of the short ones. I have a novella.
Ooh.
The Wednesday Witches Book Club. It's an Audible original.
Did that just come out? Because I've been seeing that everywhere.
Yeah, it came out. I think they might have came out on like the first of the month. Okay. There's it's technically a series, but it's one of those collections that Audible has been doing where they do like 5 or 6 books by 5 or 6 different like popular authors.
Mm-hmm.
And this is like the Halloween collection this year.
Okay.
It's Sarah Beth Durst who wrote, I think, The Spell Shop.
Yes, I have read that book.
I have not read anything by them, and I'm not sure that it's a writing style I'm going to vibe with, so I thought a novella would be the best way to figure it out. Plus, it's short. It fits the prompts. Why not?
Sarah Beth Durst is an author who I was confusing with 2 other authors, because it's Sarah Beth Durst, Sarah Glenn Marsh,
mm-hmm.
and Sarah something something. I don't remember who the third one is. But up until like 3 months ago, they were the same person in my head. And I had read from 2 of the authors before. Sarah Reese Brennan, that's her name.
Sarah Reese Brennan, yeah. That's the other one. My brain was confusing Sarah Glenn Marsh. No, not Sarah Glenn Marsh, because I have read from them, and I do like them. But the Sarah Reese Brennan and Sarah Beth Durst were the same person in my brain for a while. So I feel you.
Mm-hmm.
We have friends. Hello, Coco. Welcome in. Thanks for joining us from Brittany's Sprints. Brittany has been doing bingo sprints today, rolling balls. And I guess the last sprint was like 30 some minutes. And she said that was the shortest one they've done today.
Ooh.
So they've had some hefty ones today. About to make dinner and read more of Sugar Cookie Murder by Joanna Fluke. I love a sugar cookie murder. And sugar cookies.
Yeah.
Carpe Demon, whom I always love your name and also your little icon. It's so cute. A little devil with a little kitty cat. Makes me happy. Started Operation Bounce House this morning, about 30% in right now. Operation Bounce House that's the one that is not part of the Dungeon Crawler Carl series. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yes, that is correct.
There's so many names.
Mm-hmm.
So many.
Have you heard about my boyfriend's reading experience of Dungeon Crawler Carl?
I don't think so.
So, a couple of months ago, he read the first book, had a great time with it. Then he had to wait for the next library hold to come in, and the Philadelphia Library does this thing called Lucky Day, where they'll have like new or popular books that you can't request them online. You have to go to the physical location. But two libraries that were close to us, one had like book 3 and one had book 4 in the Lucky Day collection. So when book 2 came in, he got that and then drove or biked or whatever to the other places to get the other ones, and he read 2, 3, and 4 back to back over like 48 hours or something. And then I think he's read book 5 since then, or he's waiting on book 5 and there's like a 6-week wait, something like that. So
what I'm hearing is that he's found a book series that he enjoys.
Yeah, so he will not read for like 6 months, and then he'll read 800 pages in a day.
Yeah, I know people like that.
But now he's on ADHD medication, so who knows if that'll change.
He may just read like a normal person, or normal for
see.
us. We don't read normal.
No.
To read like a normal person is a strange thing to say for two people who don't read like normal people.
Even just looking at our backgrounds and the number of books visible and also not visible in the backgrounds, like, no, that's not us.
We don't read like normal people at all. We actually were, I was joking with the kids a little bit earlier. Danny's boyfriend said, "Geez, you got a lot of books." He said, "I don't think I've ever read this many in my life." She said, "Have you ever read a book in your life?" And he said, "I don't know, in school." Listen, he said The Outsiders, which is a fantastic book.
Yeah,
so,
if you're gonna read any book, that's a good one to do.
If you're only gonna read one, that's a good one. Oh, he also gets to listen to all of Danica listening to Sarah J. Maas on the audio, so he's had a fair dose of fairy smut too. Poor kid.
Amazing.
Hello, Tennille. Scrambling and hope to get some reading done, at least in the second sprint. Trying to do life admin right now. My eyeballs are stinging because I'm laughing, and that my body hates me being happy. Why is it that you're like when you cry because you're happy, those tears hurt, but when you cry because you're sad, they don't?
I can't tell you, man.
What's that all about, man?
I don't have an answer.
It's rude. So rude. I'm with you, Tennille. I'm going to be video filming, and then probably we'll eat dinner in the first sprint. I think I should have time for both of those things, depending on what I decide to have for dinner, because I don't know yet. It might be a peanut butter and jelly sandwich if that's all that's in there.
Bro, I rediscovered how amazing peanut butter toast is today, so I'm going to be eating that every day for the next 6 weeks.
2 weekends ago, I had grape jelly on toast, which I haven't had in I don't know how long. And I was just like, this is the best food I've ever eaten. And then I've had it like 4 times since then.
Literally.
It could not be the autism. I mean, if I wasn't going to work during the week, I would probably eat it every morning for breakfast. But I've just been eating it on the weekends because on a work week, I pre-make sandwiches and put them in the freezer at work. So I have sandwich breakfasts. You can't make toast. I mean, I probably could take a toaster to work and make toast, but that seems like a lot of work.
Making a whole toaster to work.
Listen, we have a microwave and a full-size refrigerator and a toaster oven, but toaster ovens just don't do toast like a toaster.
Mm-mm.
It's not the same. Anyway, we've been yapping for 11 minutes. Mars noticed that our background and our timer are the same image. They are, in fact, the Summer Scare Readathon timer. And also, the house is on the page 3 times because it's also up above Mars's head in the logo.
Right there on that side. I had to remember which side to gesture to.
Over there. Yeah. So, it's on there 3 times. Peanut butter on toast is heavenly. Have you ever put pickles on your peanut butter toast?
Already lost me. I don't like pickles.
Don't like pickles? Okay, that's fair.
Sometimes if I'm like getting breakfast at the diner and there's a pickle, I'll eat it. But like pickles in general, not my vibe.
That's absolutely fair. I did not know that people didn't do that. I just thought that was a normal thing because that was a thing that my great grandma fed us when we were kids. And so I just thought that that was a thing that people did. I had a rude awakening when I was like 31. And someone was like, that is the most disgusting thing I've ever seen somebody eat. I'm like, I've been eating this since I was like 3.
That's so fair. I think Jacob is knocking on my office door. If you will give me 1 second.
Absolutely. You can have all the seconds. Anywho, if you like peanut butter and you like pickles, I highly recommend, dill pickles on peanut butter toast. It's so good. I don't know why. It could be a nostalgia thing for my brain. I don't do it very often. I have to have like a specific need for the nostalgia brain. It's kind of like how we used to do toast with butter and cinnamon sugar. That's like a very specific, like you have to be in the vibe for it because otherwise it doesn't hit the spot quite the same way. But as a broke ass white bitch, that was a thing we had for breakfasts and for desserts. So, big pickle fan can't stomach peanut butter. The local brewery makes an amazing pickle beer. Ooh, pickle beer. I don't like beer, so I don't know that pickle beer would be the route for me to go. But,
yeah, I don't like the sound of that.
But if you really like pickles and you like beer, that would be great. I'm sure. I'm thinking of like, have you ever seen people make like a peanut butter burger where it's like a burger with all of the burger toppings and then like a layer of peanut butter?
No, thank you.
I don't know how I feel about that.
I only tried a burger with lettuce and tomato on it for the first time like last year. Maybe 2 years ago. I do not combine foods.
Which is fine. Listen, people like different things, and that's okay. I'm a very picky eater, so I get it. I eat weird combinations, but also am picky. I don't eat eggs unless it's like cooked into a food, like a cake. I don't like mushrooms. So, they have a similar texture, by the way, eggs and mushrooms, just saying.
No, I see that.
Rubber. The texture is rubber. And I don't like to eat rubber.
I mean, I like both eggs and mushrooms, so I can't say anything, but like I agree that they're similar textures.
I don't know. My grandma did not like eggs, and she would tell people she was allergic so that she didn't have to eat them, but she would eat cake. And I was like, Grandma, you're not allergic. You just don't like them. I also don't like them, but it's okay to just say you don't like something. But like when she was a kid, you couldn't, like there was no, I don't like this food. It was eat it or starve.
Mm-hmm.
She was born in like 1932 or something crazy like that. So, Hello, JC. Had peanut butter on a burger once years ago. It was good. But not so good that you had it. Not so good that you kept having it. Keynote.
It has been so long.
It's been forever. And I very kindly strolled into their DMs the other day and was like, oh, would you like to host kickoff sprints for Summer Scare with me? Because if there is one person who has always been a Summer Scare stan, it is Mars.
Mm-hmm.
So it just doesn't feel right if there's no Mars. Must have.
And I'm so honored to be here.
Also fair.
Yeah. I have a coworker who's not allergic to peanuts, but she's allergic to peanut butter. And for some reason, she always gets the orders that are like sundaes that have peanut butter on it or something. And I'm like, you don't have to make them. You're allowed to ask someone else to make them because she's like always on the verge of having an allergic reaction.
Yeah, like you could just not. That was like me because I'm allergic to shellfish. When I worked at Olive Garden, which lots of shrimp there.
Mm-hmm.
They tried their best to like not ever schedule me to work the protein station because that's where you were handling all of the chicken and the shrimp.
Mm-hmm.
But if like, in a dire situation or if it needed to be done, and I would just, you wear gloves and you wash your hands a lot, which you should be doing anyway.
Yeah.
And if I like accidentally dropped a shrimp on my arm, there would be like a rash and a shrimp print on my arm.
We have a girl at work who is allergic to shellfish, and maybe like a month and a half ago, she had an allergic reaction. Mind you, I work at an ice cream shop.
Right.
We don't have that sort of thing in the store, but someone else had, I think it was like a shrimp quesadilla or something on her lunch break, and then a couple hours later the coworker sat at that same table, and then she's
That'll
like,
do it.
"Hey, I think I'm having an allergic reaction. Can I go home?" And I'm like, "Yes, please." Then, literally less than a week later, we have the front walk up and then the drive through. And for the drive through, we have the window, but then we also have phones so we can go out and take like further cars in the line. And
Yeah.
so she went to take the next car in line, and she comes back and she's like, "Well, I think I have to go home again because this man pulls up to the drive-through of an ice cream shop with a full plate of crabs in his lap that he's eating." And she's like having another allergic reaction because this man is eating crabs in the drive-through line.
What?
Right.
That is so crazy. That is unhinged.
That's Philadelphia, man.
This unhinged.
Yeah.
The worst I've ever seen is like somebody eating a plate of spaghetti while they drove.
Yeah. This man was fully cracking open crab claws and eating them while driving and pulling through an ice cream shop drive-through.
That is insane. Ice cream shop has a drive-through. I mean, the Dairy Queens in our area all have drive-throughs, so.
Mm-hmm.
And they do that too, where if they like, there's one person at the window, somebody will walk out and start taking orders further back. Or I've also seen them like in the distance from the window where you order. No, the box. They have like an outside box where you order. To the window, they'll like somebody will be taking a lot of time and they'll like bring your food out to you in between, and then you drive off on your merry way.
See, we don't have one of those, but several times I've had people like pull up to the window and be like, "Oh, I guess your speaker in the back is broken. I was trying to order." And I'm like, "You were just talking to a wall, man. We don't have a speaker in the back." It happens like at least once or twice a month.
Just talking to a wall. That's a good plan. Don't eat the trees. Certain medication we use at the vet clinic, I have to handle the bottle and everything, but they don't let me administer it because if the needle were to slip. That's true.
Yeah.
That is because you could accidentally just shove it right into your veins, and that seems like a bad plan all around. Let's not do that. Yeah, not having to get out of the car to get ice cream would be bad.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
we don't. It's because we manufacture the ice cream on the premises, we're not allowed to have people inside the store, so it's just the front walk up line and the drive through. And when it's 90 degrees out, no one's going to go in the walk up line. So
Oh,
the
it's
drive
that's
through
very
is
true.
always popping.
Yeah, that makes sense. Not in this economy. That's also fair. And then our friends are saying hello to our friends. We're going to go into our first hour sprint because we've been yapping for 20 minutes, as Mars and I are known to do.
Two very chatty people.
Yeah, it's fine. We're gonna double boo for a little while, and I don't. Why is it blue in this one and white in this one? What did I do to the colorization? Anyway, I don't know. I apparently didn't change the color in one version or another of this. Who knows? Um, I am not reading right now, but the book I'm currently on is Practical Magic. And Mars is reading. They just told me. I promise. It's a secret.
The Haunting of Rookwood House by Darcy
Yeah,
Coates.
I knew that.
It's got a very lovely like texture. I'm enjoying like physically holding this book.
Yeah, they're velvety.
Mm-hmm.
I do love that. Yeah. I'm gonna go deal with my haunted lights and film a video. And we will see you guys in 1 hour.
Boo.
Hello, friendos. Welcome back. How did everybody's sprint go?
This is a very fast read, and I'm already on page 128, which is just about halfway. So I'd say it went pretty well.
I love that for you. Hello, Raji.
A second cat has entered the stream.
I mean, just her tail and her butt. What are you doing? I filmed my haul video and had like 7 minutes left of the sprint. So I just kind of stacked the books up a little bit next to me and let the dogs out and fixed some lighting. I know it's dark in here, but it's much better than the bright before. And that was about it. So I didn't get to have any fun. Didn't get to eat. Didn't have the time. So I'm not really hungry. I was just going to eat so that I didn't have to interrupt the next sprint with doing something that wasn't reading related. But also, I'm listening to an audiobook, so who cares? I can do 12 things at once if I want.
True.
My next sprint, I will definitely be reading Practical Magic. I'm like, what's that book called that I'm reading again? Practical Magic. I might finish it the next sprint. I have like a little over 2 hours left in the audiobook, so it depends on if I speed it up or not. Who knows? But I don't know about you, but for the past 6 months-ish, I have been saving books on the edge of my desk, because I have a giant desk, of just like, I'm going to film a video with these soon, and continue to say that over and over and over, and then the piles get higher. I have now officially filmed every video I'm going to film with those books. And so now I have like 75 books, because it's grown over the year, of books that need to be shelved. And I don't know where to shelve them, for one. Probably like 40 of them go onto the unread shelves, and the other whatever's left to go on the read shelves. So that's probably what I'm going to do during the next sprint, is pull everything off of the unread shelf, reorganize it, because I like to keep it by genre. So if I'm just feeling a vibe, I can go to that spot. And then figure out what I'm going to do with my read shelves, because they are a hot mess, because for the last 6 or 7 months, I've been just putting books wherever and not actually putting them while in the genre that they could belong to. Because who wants to get a stepladder out and do the hard work? I guess. So that's what I'm going to work on during the next sprint while I listen to Practical Magic and maybe eat dinner.
Sounds like a good time to me.
I mean, what a better way to spend a Friday night, right? Let's see. Tennille says, almost done leaving comments for my buddies for Buddy Read pages. Discord was down earlier and caused delays, which is rude. Raja, your friend Tennille says hi. No response. None. Coco got about 40 pages left for Sugar Cookie Murder, so we'll finish it next.
Exciting.
I forgot how fast you read it. I mean,
it's also a very fast-paced book, and the font size is like very manageable. Yes. I don't know what has been up with publishing lately, but I feel like every book I've read that was published in the past like 2 years has had absolutely minuscule font, and I hate it, actually.
Well, it's because, honestly, it's because during the pandemic there was a paper shortage, and so they were trying to do everything they could to still publish books to make enough money with a lower amount of paper. So that's why a lot of them, the newer books, have such tiny font. It's because they were trying to squeeze as much into it as they could. So
I accidentally requested a large print book from the library a couple of weeks ago, and honestly, it felt like a luxury.
I read a large print book last year, I think, or maybe the year before. I don't remember. But I was like, this is it. I'm old. Now is the time. I didn't know this was a thing that I could love, but I love large print. For one, you feel like you're doing so well.
Yeah, because it takes 10 seconds to read a page.
Right. You're like, you've been reading for 20 minutes and you're on page 100 and you're like, I am a winner.
Of course, the books are like twice as long as they usually would be, but
but then you go back to reading a normal book and you're like, wow, I suck at this. I whooped your butt. I was about to say you can eat while you read. Yes, I can eat while I read if I so choose to do. But I was hoping to do it all in the first sprint. It's fine. Made it to 53% in operation. Bounce house. No one wants to get out of step ladder. No one at all. True.
Whenever Whenever I have to get something off the top shelf at work, if it's something not breakable, like if it's a sleeve of cups or something like that, we have like grabby the extended grabby things, and I just use that, and everyone laughs at me. I'm like, I'm 5'2". I can't just reach up there and grab it. Like, this is in the store for a reason.
It is made specifically for me. I used to, when I worked in the restaurant industry, would just find one of the guys and ask them if I could borrow their height.
Yeah.
Because there was like one step ladder in the entire back of the building and you could never find it. And it was supposed to be in the pantry, but it was never in the pantry. And so I would just ask one of the guys if I could borrow their height for a minute. And then at some point, there was a point where I was fairly thin and I would just climb the shelves.
See, I don't trust the shelves at my job. I don't think they're sturdy enough for a person.
Well, it was the in the pantry, it was like a hallway, and so there were shelves on both sides, and they were like those big metal shelving units like you can buy at like Menards and Lowe's and stuff. And so I would climb up either side because they were not that far apart. Like they were like, a couple of feet apart, and so I would just climb up to the top, get what I needed, and then bloop, 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 come back down. It worked for many years. But I mean, also they learned that if they continue to make it in small print, they can save money and charge the same $30 for the book that has 20 less pages in it that they didn't pay for. So, I mean, they do what they do. They large print books. Listen, when you're old, you are older than both of us. I don't know why I say when you're old. When you're old, you'll want large print books.
When you're blind.
My grandma used to read large print, and also we bought her this magnifying glass that was lighted that sat on the floor. It was like a lamp, and it was like the magnifier was like this big on it, and you could just set it over pretty much the whole page and it would light it up and you could just read through it.
That sounds so wonderful, actually.
It was fantastic for her. Get grabby things. Goes to Amazon and sees if they have grabby things. They do, I promise you. Teeny fonts, so hard to read. They are their little bitty teeny tinies. Teeny tiny ones. And then also, be blind and dyslexic. I mean, come on.
Oh, yeah, no, I can't even imagine.
I'm so lucky that I have like very mild dyslexia where I only confuse certain letters. The bane of my existence is R's and T's. For some reason, my brain thinks that R's and T's are the same thing. And try learning Spanish.
Yeah.
It's rough. It was a rough time.
See, I don't have an issue with reading, but when I'm writing, I often it's writing by hand and also typing. I get my letters out of order. Like, I'll know what letters go in a word. It just won't happen the way it's supposed to.
Yeah, that's a thing. Because our brains are like, we've trained them a specific way, and then they just do what they want. And that's not what we want them to do. That's not what the world wants them to do. I actually had a Spanish teacher in high school. She did not make me read out loud when everybody else had to read out loud. because I could tell her, like, I could form a complete sentence. I could say all of the words, like, with the right inflections and everything. But trying to read out loud in class was such a nightmare
Mm-hmm.
because of the dyslexia. And she was like, I know you know what you're talking about. If you get into a situation where you have to talk to somebody in Spanish or you're reading something, you'll be fine. But reading out loud in class, she's like, it's torture for you and everyone else. And I was like, yes, yes, it is. Thank you. It's like, I can read, just not this. It's fine. I guess I know that when I get older, my eyesight will start to fade and I'll need regular print. So I enjoy regular print when I still have 20/20 vision. I mean, this is true. I probably have good vision with my glasses on, but I am nearsighted and farsighted. So there's a very narrow window at which my vision is actually good. And also I have macular degeneration, so it gets worse over time.
Mm-hmm.
Love that for me.
I have been wearing glasses since kindergarten. So, like, literally 5 years old. My dad was 50 when the eye doctor was like, oh, you might want to get glasses just to read, like, menus and stuff. Like, not even for all time use, literally
Yeah.
just reading things. He was so, like, melodramatic about it. He's like,
Mm-hmm.
oh, I can't believe I have to wear glasses. My eyesight is going. I'm getting so old. I'm like, bro.
Been wearing them forever. You know what really peeved me off? Okay, because I have an astigmatism, I have macular degeneration, I have poor eyesight. One of my nephews, when he was like 8, 9, 10, around in there, he also had an astigmatism, was wearing glasses, and had macular degeneration. They now have a surgery that you can do that reverses the macular degeneration problem, and he doesn't have to wear glasses. I'm like, if I had been born 20 years later,
Yeah.
I could have had a surgery and not had to have glasses. That little bastard.
Yeah.
So he had to wear glasses when he was younger, but he hasn't worn for a long time because they fixed his eyesight. Asshole. What's funny is I used to wish I could wear glasses because I always felt like it made me look smarter than I am, and everyone in my friend group wore glasses, and everyone in my family wears glasses. Felt left out. Listen, you can go to the Dollar Tree and you can buy a pair of glasses with plastic lenses in them for like $1.
Mm-hmm.
Well, $1.50 now, to be fair. Or you buy a nice pair and just put fake lenses in them if you want. Do what you want to do. Oh, I think I am hungry.
Yeah, it's pretty late. The fact that you haven't eaten dinner yet is crazy to me because I am like dinner 5:30 the latest.
I don't get home from work until like 5:30.
Mm.
So usually dinner, like I come home and it's one of the first things I do, usually. So I'll usually eat around 6:37, depending on how long dinner takes to make. But I just wasn't, I had a really big lunch and I had lunch late today. So I had, during the trouble stream, I ordered from a local burger place and had burger and fries, but I had double fries because why not? I had a milkshake. So I had a lot of lunch and I was very full. Blue light blocking glasses, yes. Although, do they really block the blue light? I have heard from people who use them and say that they do help with eye strain. But I've also, as someone who tried them in a previous pair of glasses, they are so hard to keep clean. For some reason, like the tint that they put on, the blue light blocking, whatever it is, it gets dirty so quickly. Like I was constantly having to clean my glasses. So the next time I got them without blue light blocking because I was like, I would rather just deal with the eye strain than having to clean my glasses 63 times a day.
Something I've been seeing a lot of people posting about lately is people who have migraines using the orange tinted glasses and like apparently it helps so well and I'm like curious about that.
I don't know. Tennille has the coating on their glasses help with blue light triggered migraines, and they are so hard to keep them clean. Yeah. I don't it was rough. Like I'm hell on glasses anyway. But those things were ridiculous to keep clean. But what's funny is like I don't know about you, Mars, but as an adult, I probably like I buy like the cleanse like the wet cleansing wipe things, like the throwawayable ones.
Mm.
And I use those, and then I use like the cloth things after. And I'm like so meticulous about like at least once a day. When I was a kid, I probably never washed my glasses. What was I looking through? Because like today, I'm like, oh my gosh, like there's specks, there's a thumbprint, whatever. I'm like, I probably clean my glasses once every 6 months as a kid, and what was on there? How could I see?
See, I am still a wipe it on my t-shirt kind of person, but also at work with going in and out of the walk-in freezers, they fog up every 10 seconds, so I don't have time to be finding a cloth to clean them on.
That's fair. That is fair. I also think I used to buy better glasses. Like I used to buy expensive ones, and so they probably stayed clean better. Now I buy like the cheaper ones, and so the lenses aren't made as well. But I mean, I definitely don't spend as much in cleansing wipe things as I did paying $800 for a pair of glasses. So
Yeah.
Orange helps with the migraines too. Switched all my computer software to Orange pre-dark mode, and that helped. I'm a dark mode girly. We were talking about that. Hello, Brittany. Brittany has made 0 progress in the last 2 hours. We love that for you. And there's a Julie. Hello, Julie. Our resident other Pennsylvanian. Yeah. Glasses are expensive, dude.
Hello?
It was Raja. I think she fell off the shelf. I think her and Merlin fell off the shelf together. I'm not really 100% sure what happened. But
Well, there was no screaming, so they're fine.
The cats are revolting. Yeah. Oh yeah, no, that was last night. Last night I was laying in bed and Merlin paws at the blanket when she went under the blanket. So I held the blanket up so she could crawl under. And the next thing I know, there's like a massive cat fight. What I didn't realize is that Raja was already under the blanket and they don't like each other and they're not allowed to both be in the bed at the same time. And yeah.
Yeah.
Cat shenanigans again. I don't know. They were on the bookshelves. So at the height up that runs here. So pretty high. They were up there. Hello? I just reached my step goal for the day while waving my hand in the air.
Congrats.
Look at me go.
That's really funny.
First off, I don't know how because I haven't walked at all today. I've done nothing. But okay. Sure. You know, it's probably from when I was standing and talking while I was filming because I talk with my hands.
Mm-hmm.
It's probably like logged a workout while I was standing there talking about books. Oh, that's funny. Stepped it up. It absolutely did. I love that for me. Anywho, we're gonna go into a sprint, and I'm gonna go find some food stuff.
Yeah, I might grab a snack.
Snackety snack. We will see you guys in 1 hour. Welcome back, friends. We have returned. How'd
That
you
was
do?
so much longer than the first sprint.
It did, but
I
it
did,
wasn't.
in fact, get a snack. And by that, I mean I stood in front of the open fridge door and just ate pepperoni by the handful and then came back and continued reading. I got to page 216. So about 50 pages left to go.
Jeez Louise. Crushing it. I similarly went to the fridge and opened the freezer and stared into the void and ended up just throwing like a couple of handfuls of chicken nuggets in the air fryer, and that's what I had for dinner. Super nutritious, I know. Um, but I couldn't be bothered to cook food.
Understandable.
And I have 26 minutes left of this audiobook, which
Ooh.
I'm listening to it on 2.5 times speed because it's super slow. So really I have like 10 minutes left of actual listening time.
Oh, nice.
Have you ever read Practical Magic?
I did, but it's been like probably 10 plus years.
I'm not sure there was a point. Like if it wasn't for the fact that like I know this is like a super popular book and I am reading it with the pretense of at some point this weekend also watching the movie, I
Mm-hmm.
probably would have stopped reading it many, 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 many hours ago. Because I'm like, what? I don't know what the point is, which is kind of the
I
problem with
really
me.
think it's just vibes.
It is vibes, but it's not even vibey. Like, it's the magic part of Practical Magic is so small,
Hmm.
like, barely at all. It's the most teensiest, tiniest bit of anything. Um, but yeah, I've never watched the movie before either. So,
Really?
you've never seen it. Stieg is like a gasp that I have never seen the movie.
It is a little
Um,
surprising.
it is, given that I am me, it is surprising. But no, I've never seen it. So, like I said, I decided that I was going to read the book and watch the movie, which has always really been a plan, but I've never really like actually sat down to watch or actually planned to read it on my TBR. But I
Mm-hmm.
needed a book this month that was a that had like a foiling on the cover or like a shiny cover. And I'm sure that somewhere out there in existence there's a special edition of Practical Magic that has shiny on it.
I have the mass market paperback, and I'm pretty sure mine has like shiny moon on it. Can I reach it? Where is it?
She's like, "Do I need a step ladder?"
Oh, hold on. I'm gonna turn off my camera real quick.
Let me not show the universe my sleep shorts. We'll see what our friends are doing while we wait for Mars to come back. Uh, Coco finished Sugar Cookie Murder. There's a Mars.
This is my copy, so it's got shiny letters on it.
Excellent. So it's shiny.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, it's one of those books that like I know it's been made in enough different copies that for sure there
Mm-hmm.
was a shiny version somewhere. And it was available on Hoopla, so I didn't have to like buy it. So, you know, it did the thing. Anyway, Coco finished Sugar Cookie Murder. Julie started Saint Death's Daughter, but only made it a couple of chapters for now. Interesting, but I'm tired and concentrating is hard. I feel that. I did get all of the unread books on the shelf, and now I just have to figure out the read books. But I do plan. This is where I live my life and why the books have been sitting on the shelf for a million years. Because after Christmas, when mom goes to Florida, I will be pulling all of the books off the shelves and repainting and redoing this room. And so at this point, I'm like, do I even worry about where I put them or do I just put them up there somewhere wherever they'll fit and then reorganize later when I put everything back up?
Mm-hmm.
Or do I just do it now and then do it again later? Like, but also I don't really have enough room for all of them, which is kind of the point because I'm putting up new shelves. I'm a
Where are you gonna
mess
fit new shelves?
on other walls. I have 2 whole walls. I have 2 more walls.
Mm-hmm.
You have little faith. So there is a shelf, the very first one we ever did in here, at the very top that runs right above the trim for the windows and the doors. And it is like the perfect height to have bookshelves above it, like right below the ceiling. The books have like a minuscule amount of space between them and the ceiling. It's perfect. And I have 2 walls that don't have that shelf on them yet. So
Mm-hmm.
that's, I'm going to put the very top shelf all the way around the top.
Okay, that makes sense.
And so I'll probably like, and because that's like step ladder territory, that's where I'll put like more of the nostalgia books that I don't pull down very often to talk about in videos and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
Things I don't want to get rid of, but I don't need like in my immediate vicinity. So I have plans. But yeah, so I'm just like, what do I want to do with all of these books? Like, do I put them on a shelf? Do I not? I could probably put them over there, but I have to climb on the bed to do it. I don't know if there's enough height on the bed to reach the shelf. I have debatable issues. It's fine. Anyway. Tennille listened to some of Kushal's Dart, and then watch some booktube and knit some of a dishcloth. Excellent. We were productive. Made it to 59%, and we just picked up some Ethiopian food for my early birthday dinner. Well, happy early birthday.
Mm-hmm.
Love the movie. The book is very meh. Felt very similar about Practical Magic when I read it years ago. I'm not sure what the point is. Picked up Practical Magic from the general fiction section back in the day. I was very disappointed in the minimal amounts of magic given the title. Exactly! Where is the magic in Practical Magic? Also, it's really weird to me that, hello, Laura, that like these aunts are like in their 900s. I mean, they're in their 90s, but they're ageless or what have you. And like their whole family has been witches that know magic, but at no point did they ever teach the nieces magic. Like, did they just decide to never teach the kid? Like, they were like, well, that was their mom's job and she's dead, so I guess they'll just never know magic. Like, what was the reason behind them never teaching? I have 20 some minutes left of the audiobook. At no point did they ever decide to teach these girls magic.
I truly don't remember anything of this book except that the entire second half is like just not in the movie. I'm like 90% sure the movie only adapts the first half of the book.
Well, there is a main character in the book whose name does not exist on the cast list. So,
what character is that?
The younger sister's boyfriend. His name is Ben.
No idea.
Yeah. There are 3 men in this cast, and I know who all 3 of them are. So it's not even the case of like they gave him a different name.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's also been a few years since I've seen the movie, so.
This is wild.
Did you see that there's going to be a sequel?
Yeah, it comes out like next month.
Yeah, I only heard about that like 2 weeks ago.
I think it's supposed to be a sequel of the second book that I can't think of the name of right now.
Oh, yeah, because there's a bunch of books that are all like connected somehow. I have not read any of the other ones.
The Rules of Magic, maybe? No. The Book of Magic? Fuck, I don't know. Let's see. If you're going to have to organize later anyway, then you might as well wait. Listen, you're in my heart, JC. they're organized now, you could pull them off and put them in boxes in order so you won't have to organize as much and you put them back maybe. But how many books will I have read in the next 6 months? And will I have to reorganize? That's the thing too, because like I've read 50-ish books already this year. So am I going to read 50 more? And am I going to have to integrate those 50 books in somewhere? Girl. Remember the lilac bush. I feel like he's in the movie somehow. They're kids. Still the original movie. Maisie Williams plays one of the Sandra Bullock's characters' kids. So it would be. I have so many questions. No, go forward. Go back. Go forward. It was this one. Da-dun, da-dun, da-dun. I'm reading the synopsis of the sequel, and I have no clue.
The sequel book or sequel movie?
The sequel book.
I was going to say, could the sequel movie potentially adapt the second half of the book?
No.
What they're doing? I don't even know.
I'm not saying no to you. I'm saying no to the cat.
Oh, what is she doing?
Trying to jump on top of the laptop and make lots of things happen that we don't want to happen, Merlin. Merlin's like, fine, I'll go over here. Oh.
Okay, according to Wikipedia, Practical Magic 2, the movie, adapts the Book of Magic, which came out in 2021.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking through, but it doesn't make any sense. But yeah, I don't know. Are these people still alive? I thought she was dead. That bitch is still breathing. She's like 85. Anyway,
That's
I
not
got
that
lost.
old.
I know it's not. My grandpa's 85. He might actually be 86. Either way. You are talking about the correct person, and you are correct. She is playing Antonia. I love that Sandra Bullock and Nicole Kidman are still playing themselves, but they had to change the actresses playing the kids because it's been so long that they couldn't actually play their kids because it's been so long. Been 30 years, 40 years, 50 years, 100 years. How old is that movie?
I think 90s.
It was 98, I think.
That sounds about right.
Come on now. Really? You're just not even going to put it in there? It's just going to be a joke? Sure. Just do whatever you want, computer. Yeah, 98. So it's been almost 30 years. So the actresses who were playing the teenage daughters are now in their 50s. Anyway, this is so exciting, I'm sure. Laura is having homemade calzones, and I am jelly. I'm with JC. Can I have some? Our sister-in-law and brother made them. It sounds so good. Makes
Laura, did you change your icon? Or have I just not been around for 600 years, and it's not, in fact, that new?
It's a valid question. Anywho, them be the bees. JC says it is exciting.
That's good.
I can't promise you that I am exciting at all ever, but purple, purple, green, green. We are going to do one more sprint, but we're going to do a short sprint. We're going to do 30 minutes this time. That'll probably be enough time for Mars and I both to finish our books.
Maybe. Or get real close to it in my case. I mean, if you only have 10 minutes left, you could definitely listen to 10 minutes within 30 minutes. I may not be good at math, but that seems correct.
Theoretically.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, if you're not done yet, you just type in the chat, extra minutes, and then you finish the book, and then we'll come back.
Okay.
We will time travel. I'm not as scared. Let's see. We need to go to 30, which is down here somewhere.
Perfect. I have not seen this timer.
It's on there. I just never use it. It's on the... Does it tell me? It has a whole 9 views, so clearly everyone is using this one.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I like all the cutesy cartoon pastel ones the best.
I like a lot of the cutesy cartoon pastel ones, and so I also use those a lot. I've probably used this one once, but it is Summer Scare, and so it feels like the right time to use it.
Mm-hmm.
Indeedy do. Okay, we are going to do one final sprint, and then we will come back, and we will check in, and then we will go away. We will see you guys in 30. But that was the end of the final sprint. How did
Woo!
everybody do?
I did, in fact, finish reading my book. And I even had a few minutes to spare so I could update my vlog and make my to do list for tomorrow.
I also finished my book and made my to-do list for tomorrow.
Yay!
We did great.
And I will be going to bed immediately after the stream ends because I'm so tired.
I'm probably gonna go and maybe try to watch the movie. Um,
Tonight?
yeah, maybe.
Yes!
I said maybe.
It is 10:30.
It is. I don't sleep. What is sleep? I'll probably go sit in the living room and in the recliner with a comfy blankie and my doggos and my cats and
That
turn on a
sounds
movie.
lovely.
And like if I fall asleep in it, I can just finish it tomorrow.
Okay. That's
Like
reasonable.
I'm not like gonna stay awake and like purposefully watch it, but like if I happen to be awake and it's on, you know. Coco caught up with a buddy read for Can't Spell Treason Without T, but didn't read very much, which is fair. We don't have very many friends left because it is late,
Yeah.
and friends are like, whew, no thanks. And you'll also work on tomorrow's to-do list.
It's important.
It is important. I should have been vlogging today, but I didn't because I killed my battery while I was filming videos earlier. So tomorrow will be like day 2, but catch up for day 1.
This is going to be the most bare minimum vlog for me. I don't even think I'm going to film any like B-roll or anything. It's literally just going to be me going, I'm reading this book. This is the prompt it covers. And then the next clip, this is how I feel about it. This is the next book I'm reading.
I never I can't do B-roll. I don't even know what B-roll is. I mean, I do know what it is, but you know what I'm saying. Like, I am not a good vlogger, but I do like to just ramble about a book while I'm reading it.
Yeah.
And
Sometimes I've been filming for like 15 minutes and I'm like, ooh, maybe I should stop. This clip is so long.
and that is more fun for me than like a wrap up at the end of the month. So I like to just ramble about whatever I'm reading at the time. So, because at the end of the month, I've already read like another 10 books. I don't remember what that book was about. Who knows? Danielle's gonna finish an episode of Murder, She Wrote and then go to bed. Highly recommend. Murder, She Wrote and bed.
Yeah.
All good things must come to an end, including us on this live stream and in life at some point, but that's depressing.
Yeah. not the vibes.
Well, I mean, the summer scare. Well, you never know. Now might be the time. Could be, probably not, but it could be, but probably not. I have like, my planner is so summer scary.
Ooh.
But the colors are so dark that I can't use my normal tiny pen that's like a 0.28 because I can barely see. So I had to bump it up to my big honking pen that Wallace got me at the first Written in the Mitten. I don't know how big this thing is, but it writes big. But I can see it, and that's what's important.
Yeah.
I can't write as much because it's bigger ink, but I can see what I'm writing, and I do enjoy that aspect of it.
Yeah, I feel like that's a little bit important.
Just schmeech. I'm already out of space to write in things to do tomorrow. But Tuesday's empty, so if I start doing more stuff, I'll write it on Tuesday.
See, I don't even put my to-do lists in my planner. My planner is more a record of things that I did that day. I have this thing where I literally just make a list, and then when I'm done, I write the next date, and I start, and I go down the next column, and then I flip it over.
I mean, whatever works, man. I like a to-do list, but I don't really stick to the day that I'm on in here. If I have like a thing I need to do on a specific day, yes, it's written on the specific day. But when I start making a list of like chores and stuff, it just gets willy-nilly in here. Sometimes it ends up on I have like post-it notes that are lined. Sometimes it ends up on that and just stuck in the page.
Whatever works, man.
Whatever works, man. You gotta do what you gotta do sometimes, you know? Never watched Murder, She Wrote before last month. Just started season 2. That's me when I find a new show. 100%.
Oh, don't yawn.
Sleepies. Sleepies is happening. Okay, friends. I will be back Sunday at 7 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time for more Sprinties before the end of the weekend. And then next week, we're not doing Sunday. We're doing Saturday in the morning because Sunday I have book club in the evening.
So, makes sense.
So I'm doing Saturday sprints instead. Mars, have anything going on?
Not on YouTube.
No, YouTube fun.
No,
this was your YouTube fun.
My summer scare vlog will be out at some point.
This is true. I also will have one of those out at some point. Look at us go. You're very welcome for Sprinty Sprints. Have a wonderful night, everybody. If you don't have anything else, I'm going to hit the goodbye button. Wave to our friends. Goodbye, friends.
Bye.